Hello everyone, this is Gita Sharma from Non-Native IELTS. Today we'd be talking about writing task 2 question regarding museum. It is going to be a discussion essay and we'll be talking about it in detail. Let's get to the question straight away. So our question for today is, some people think that museums should be enjoyable places to entertain people, while others believe that the purpose of museums is to educate. Discuss both views and give your opinion. Now always understand, हमेशा ये चीज़ याद रखें. आज मैं कोशिश करूँगी हिंदी में भी एक्सप्लेन करने की. जब आप कोई स्पेसिफिक क्वेश्चन को देखते हो उसको सारा अंडरस्टैंड करके एनालाइज करके फिर लिखो. इट इज़ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. नेक्स्ट एस्पेक्ट ऑफ योर क्वेश्चन इज़ योर टाइप ऑफ क्वेश्चन. कौन से टाइप ऑफ क्वेश्चन दिया हुआ है यहाँ पे. सॉरी फॉर द मिस्टेक, इट शुड बी गिव योर ओन ओपिनियन. यहाँ पे हमारी ओपिनियन पूछी गई है एंड इट इज़ रियली इंपॉर्टेंट दैट यू मेंशन योर ओपिनियन ओवर हियर. यहाँ पे हमारा मेन एस्पेक्ट और मेन क्वेश्चन है म्यूजियम्स. तो ऑब्वियसली हम म्यूजियम्स के बारे में बताएंगे एंड बोलेंगे कि एन्जॉयबल प्लेसेस होती हैं. एक स्पेसिफिक व्यू पॉइंट में पूछा गया एंड दूसरे स्पेसिफिक व्यू पॉइंट में पूछा गया म्यूजियम्स एजुकेट करने के लिए होती हैं. नाउ there are two different ways of doing it. Number one is either you can go on just one side and say other people think that. आप एक और opinion ले सकते हैं. That is, you can go on both the sides. You can discuss it. Yes, you heard me right. You can do that as well. वो कैसे करेंगे, कैसे लिखेंगे, explanation कैसे करेंगे, we'll be talking about that in detail. So please tune in with me. Let's move towards an important aspect of it. Paragraphs. हमारे paragraphs हम 4 paragraphs बनाएंगे instead of 5. उसके कुछ reasons हैं. Number 1, हम ज़्यादा time waste नहीं करना चाहते. We have just 40 minutes out of 60 minutes and we need to utilize it frugally. First specific paragraph should be introduction. पहला paragraph हम introduction का रखेंगे. Second रखेंगे main body paragraph 1, then main body paragraph 2, and obviously our conclusion. It is very important that it is divided into 4 parts, equal parts, और वो जो equal parts हैं उनके sentences clearly और accurately लिखने होने चाहिए. अगर हम first paragraph की बात करते हैं, that is introduction. Your first sentence should be paraphrase of your question statement and it should read like this. People have different views about the role and function of museums. तो हम question को paraphrase कर रहे हैं and we are using a very easy word, that is people. In my opinion, museums can and should be both entertaining and educational. So how are we writing? We are mentioning our opinion quite clearly. कोशिश करें अगर आप कोई भी specific word use कर रहे हैं, you can pick a specific word from your introduction, but make sure you are paraphrasing other words quite clearly. Accurate होना आपका introduction बहुत ज़्यादा ज़रूरी होता है. Museums repeat हो रहा है word if you have seen it carefully. अगर आप notice करो तो म्यूजियम वर्ड रिपीट कर रहे हैं हम, बट वी आर मेकिंग श्योर कि हम आर्ट गैलरीज नहीं लिख रहे. क्यों? क्योंकि हमारे पास और चॉइसेस होंगी या यू कैन से ऑप्शंस होंगी जब हम लिख सकते हैं आर्ट गैलरीज. इट इज़ ऑलवेज गुड कि हम बेस वर्ड ही मेंशन करें अपने आंसर में एंड दैट इज़ म्यूजियम्स. अगर हम मूव करें अपने फर्स्ट मेन बॉडी पैराग्राफ पे तो हमारा फर्स्ट सेंटेंस क्या होगा? ऑब्वियसली यू नीड टू राइट 2 different parts of the questions. अगर आपको याद है, if you remember, we were talking about enjoyable and entertainment, right? So obviously education की बात भी करेंगे एंड एंटरटेनमेंट की। तो हम पहले एंटरटेनमेंट की बात करेंगे एंड द बेस्ट वे ऑफ डूइंग दैट इज यूजिंग a linker, that is on the one hand. It can be argued that the main role of a museum is to entertain. What are we doing here? We are using passive sentence. It can be argued that the main role of a museum is to entertain. Obviously, we could write like this also, that the main argument would be that museums play as an essential tool in order to provide entertainment to others, to the visitors. ऐसे बोल सकते थे, right? We can write like this also. Make sure आपकी presentation of sentence better है whenever you are writing an answer. हम second sentence में इसकी explanation करेंगे and our main idea is entertainment. Museums are tourist attractions and their aim is to exhibit a collection of interesting objects that many people will want to see. So what are we doing? We are explaining कि entertainment कैसे करती हैं museums and हम आगे justify कर रहे हैं. The average visitor may become bored if he or she has to read or listen to too much educational content. So museums often put more of an emphasis on enjoyment rather than learning. So please understand, हम यहाँ पे outweigh कर रहे हैं. We are saying that entertainment is at par rather than education whenever we are talking about museums, right? And look at this beautiful phrase that we are using here, put more of an emphasis. Make sure your vocabulary should be relevant whenever you are using it in any task too, and try to use certain linkers that actually show your cohesion within the sentences. कोहेजन या लिंकिंग प्रॉपर होनी चाहिए आपके सेंटेंस में. नेक्स्ट सेंटेंस कैन बी, this type of museum is designed to be visually spectacular and may have interactive activities or even games as part of its exhibitions. So how many sentences are we writing? We are writing a total of 4 sentences here and हम कोशिश कर रहे हैं कि हम अपना subject matter से off topic na jaye. That means we are making sure we are not using unnecessary linkers anywhere in this answer. इस paragraph में हमने बहुत beautifully ideas बैठाए हैं and explanation के साथ examiner को clear कर रहे हैं whatever our idea is, and that should be your main focus. अब हम move करेंगे second paragraph में. Let's check out our first sentence. But before that, do you remember what are we supposed to write here? Yes, I believe you do. And that is on the other hand. Remember there are certain linkers जो एक दूसरे के साथ hand in hand चलते हैं. And one of them is on the one hand and on the other hand. I would argue that museums should also focus on education. Now this is your next part of the question and it should be mentioned clearly as well. यहाँ पे हमने दूसरे part of question को भी clearly mention करना है and उसको करते वक्त ये ध्यान में रखना है कि हम अपने subject matter से off course नहीं जा रहे. That is हम उसकी बात ज़रूर कर रहे हैं. That is हम इसको justify करेंगे quite clearly. The aim of any exhibition should be to teach visitors something that they did not previously know. Usually this means that the history behind the museum's exhibits needs to be explained and this can be done in various ways. अब हम various ways को आगे समझाएंगे. How would we justify that? Some museums employ professional guides to talk to their visitors, while other museums offer headsets so that visitors can listen to detailed commentary about the exhibition. So what are we doing here? How many sentences did we write up till now? We have written 4 sentences, and चारों sentences में we are making sure कि हम excellent usage of vocabulary exhibit कर पा रहे हैं. Along with that हम कुछ linkers भी लिख रहे हैं that show our knowledge of the use of linkers, right? And last but not the least, हमारा last sentence of this paragraph. In this way, museums can play an important role in teaching people about history, culture, science, and many other aspects of life. कोशिश करें जब भी आप लिख रहे हो, आप थोड़ा clearly लिखें. It is very important. Don't just get swayed away by the usage of linkers. आपने unnecessarily मैकेनिकल लिंकर्स को नहीं यूज़ करना. अगर आप मैकेनिकल लिंकर्स यूज़ करते हो तो आपके बैंड स्कोर डिडक्ट होने के चांसेस ज़्यादा होंगे. सो इट इज़ ऑलवेज अ गुड आइडिया दैट यू प्री प्लान योर आइडियाज़, राइट? ब्रेनस्टॉर्म करें एंड उसके बाद लिखना स्टार्ट करें सो दैट यू नो वेयर टू राइट एंड व्हाट टू राइट. अब हम मूव करेंगे अपने कंक्लूजन पे, बट उसके पहले इसका ध्यान रखें कि आपने फर्स्ट एंड सेकंड मेन बॉडी पैराग्राफ में क्या लिखा है, बिकॉज इट इज़ रियली इम्पॉर्टेंट दैट यू नो दैट योर कंक्लूजन इज ऑलवेज अ सम अप ऑफ द essay that you have written till now. That means आपने दोनों पैराग्राफ्स को निचोड़ के स्क्वीज करके जो आइडियाज लिखे हैं, you have to again present it in your conclusion. And obviously don't forget your opinion. In conclusion, it seems to me that a good museum should be able to offer an interesting, enjoyable and educational experience so that people can have fun and learn something at the same time. That's all for me for today. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed the video.